Well, it appears, folks, that we have some actionable evidence coming out. Lots of stuff has been dropped, and people are sorting through it and everything, and wow, it doesn't look good. So stick with me, folks. I'll be right back, and we'll talk about it then. Hey everybody, this is Deb with Truthification Chronicles, and I've just been knee-deep in trying to get through all this stuff, and, just the stuff that I found. Oh, wow. Lots of disturbing things, also lots of things that are moving the case for removing Joe Biden way ahead. Okay, so let's start out with this because I thought this was pretty funny. The Trump campaign, when they had their rally in Wisconsin here, they hand this out to the press, and they have like a network and password that they have to put in to be able to access the internet there. And the password they had was, "Who built the cages, Joe?" That means that all the press had to put that in if they wanted to access the internet. I just thought that was pretty funny. Our troller-in-chief, he's just so good. I mean, those guys, they're doing such a great job. I love what they do. So anyway, that was something I wanted to show you. And then the Daily Caller says we obtained text messages showing that Hunter Biden wanted to avoid registering as a foreign agent as part of a deal with a Chinese energy company. You have to, we've talked about this before in previous videos about the FARA registration. That's what they tried to get Flynn on. And, it's something that it's not as strictly enforced as it should be. But if you get caught and you haven't registered, but you were supposed to, a lot of people then register and it's all cleaned up, and people don't usually get convicted of it. But it's still something very important because, we need to know who's working as an agent for a foreign country or company. We need to know that. And so this was one of them right here. You can go through and you can see that. So he wanted to avoid being registered as that, and even though he was doing business deals with them. So that's something, but you know what? It's nothing compared to what else there is. Oh my goodness. I wanted to share this with you because this kind of illustrates what the deal is with Kamalalala, and this is why they don't want her out there either. I mean, they're in a bad situation. They don't want either one of them.
You're considered the most liberal United States senator.
Somebody said that, and it actually was Mike Pence on the debate stage. But
yeah, well, actually, the nonpartisan GovTrack has rated you as the most liberal senator. You supported the Green New Deal. You supported Medicare for all. You've supported legalizing marijuana. Joe Biden doesn't support those things.
Did you catch that? She's laughing away. That's her way of dismissing it. But I want you just to, without the sound, I want you to watch her face here. Because as soon as she's, she laughs, and she's got a laugh going, that's her deflection. But watch as this lady right here starts listing the liberal things that Kamalalala believes that Joe has said he doesn't believe. Watch Kamalalala's face just kind of fall. See? Starting to fall more. Going, uh-oh, I've been caught. I'm busted. I mean, you could just see it on her face. She knew she was busted. So anyway, that's why they don't want her out there either. And I don't know, I haven't heard officially, but I'm hearing that the Biden campaign has called a lid for the next few days. So I don't know about that. But anyway, maybe it's because of this. I don't know if you heard this or not, but basically Biden said that they have, a really good voter fraud organization. So here's him saying it.
We're in a situation where we have put together and you guys did it for the President Obama's administration before this. We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
Sounds to me like he was telling the truth, and that they did it for Obama. So I thought that was pretty interesting there. Okay, I'll leave that for you, and you can play it to other people and let them see. Well, I do have to tell you, I've been doing a lot of looking at files and pictures and things that I really didn't want to see, but I felt like I needed to understand what the situation is, and it's not good. There are some interesting things with the Biden thing, but before I get into that, I'm sorry for being a little vague. I'm trying to be careful what I say. But before I do that, I want to show you this tweet by Sidney Powell. And she says, Biden people waking up and abandoning the crooked pervert. Biden crime family exposed. No telling how much damage Joe Biden, Obama, Clinton, and cabal have done to this country. And she retweeted something from Half Chan here. Here's the entire post. Let me bring it up so you can see it. This is from Half Chan. This is 4, half of 8, get it? So they call it Half Chan. And this particular person, now remember, when you go on the Chans, it's anonymous. So you don't know who the people are. You can't tell. And this is just, take it with a grain of salt. It may or may not be true. I hope it is, but we'll see. Time will tell for sure. And this is on the 25th, and supposedly they call themselves a Biden campaign insider here. So nobody's talking about it, but the look on everyone's faces says it all. This campaign is over. I feel ashamed to have campaigned for Joe, and I'm not the only one who feels this way. Several campaign workers and volunteers have quit showing up over the last few days. It's basically like a ghost town here. After I make this post, I'm leaving too and never coming back here. Joe is corrupt and his family has serious issues. There's no way Joe is going to win this election. We have made so many phone calls and knocked on so many doors. Many people basically tell us to, off. But most of them, they will listen for a few seconds and then tell us they are not interested. But the way they say it, you just know they would never consider voting for Joe. There is something really strange about all of that. I have campaigned for over 10 years, and this year is so much different with the way people are responding to us. Anyways, I thought you guys might like to hear it from the horse's mouth. Helping a little bit to expose all of these lies is the least I can do before I leave this campaign behind. Now, again, don't know who this person is. Can't verify if they really are working for Biden, but it does look like a Biden campaign picture there. And so, I don't know, but I thought I would share that. Now, I have heard more on this. Again, I cannot verify it, but I wanted to pass it on to you just, on the outside chance that it is true. Again, I heard that Biden had called a lid for the rest of the time until Election Day. Now, again, I don't know that that's true, but there is speculation out there. There are rumors going around that he has had maybe a stroke or something, and that's what they're dealing with. I have nothing to verify that. The last tweet, I think, from his account was about, maybe 7, 8 o'clock on Sunday night. All right? Which is probably not unusual because it's a Sunday night. And so we'll just have to wait and see. And just because someone's tweeting from his account, we know, doesn't necessarily mean that it's him. So I don't know where the rumor started. I don't know how it's going, but that's, as of right now, that's kind of what's going around, is that he was taken to the hospital, and I don't know. So there are rumors also about arrests. There are just all kinds of rumors going around right now, folks. I want you to be careful because we got to take stuff like this with a grain of salt. I think it's really interesting that Sidney Powell posted this, though. I think that's a little significant. She's not usually somebody that jumps to conclusions or anything. So I think it does give a little validity to it. And I see the pictures, folks. We see the pictures. How in the world can they say that Joe is winning when there's nobody at his rallies? Even Obama had one, and there were I think there were 70 some people there. That was it. And there were more Trump supporters who went to it on the outside than, they went to just kind of make a presence there. I think there were more Trump supporters there than there were Obama Biden people. So I just don't understand how anybody could look at these rallies that President Trump is doing and say that it's, oh yeah, those polls, they are all right. And I just saw one tonight that said, the predictions that Biden's going to get 300 or more than 300 for the electoral votes. And it's how? I just don't get it. Then I wanted to show you this because this came, it was something OAN, had on their broadcast. Now, I couldn't find it on their YouTube channel. It could just be that they don't have it up yet. I don't know. But this infidel Angela says, this is a secret phone call from Biden. So here it is.
Overdrive to clean up loose ends. November 16, 2016, 2 weeks after Donald Trump's victory, Joe Biden is on the phone with Poroshenko. His voice tenser now than before.
This is getting very, very close. What I don't want to have happen, I don't want Trump to get in the position where he thinks he's about to buy onto a policy where the financial system is going to collapse and he's going to be looked to pour more money into Ukraine. That's how he'll think about it before he gets sophisticated enough to know the details.
In other words, Biden does not want Ukraine asking for more money from Trump. Doing so would cause Trump to look into the details.
So anything you can do to push the Privat Bank to closure so that the IMF loan comes forward, I would respectfully suggest is critically important to your economic as well as physical security.
Critically important.
So, sounded like a threat to me, didn't it you? Yeah. So that's the situation. And it did sound like Joe's voice. There's what happened. And that was in November of 2016. So he was trying to kind of cover some things there. And that was with Poroshenko, who was the corrupt leader of Ukraine. And then the one that came in after that Trump dealt with was Zelensky. So I just wanted to share that with you. Now, I'm trying to think how I can summarize some of the things I've seen today. Hunter Biden took an awful lot of pictures of himself, and especially a certain part of himself. He also, some of the pictures include, and video, of course there's video, include females. And he also, didn't mind kind of doing some of his drugs in some of the pictures and videos that he had. And in one particular one there was a young female, black female, that you never saw her face, but you did see other parts. And in that series of photos, because they're all time stamped and date stamped, and location stamped. They were taking place at this Chateau Marmont that is evidently, it's in Hollywood, West Hollywood, I think. And it was kind of a place where people who were supposed to, everyone was supposed to be quarantined, could actually go and, well, it's been well known for a place where people could go, people who are famous could go and do things, have relationships. In the one photo with the young black girl, that again, you don't see her face, but in that particular photo, there's some Coke, and of course, you got to cut it and put it in the lines and everything. And what he used to cut it with was a credit card. The name on the credit card is Malia. Oh. So, either he somehow ended up with her credit card, or it could be her. You don't know. You can't see. So, anyway, that's something that's out there. And I guess that Nancy Pelosi's son, Paul, is really implicated in a lot of this, too, because of dealings with China and setting things up. Not only her, but there's a lot of people, a lot of the politicians are going to get caught in this. And I think possibly that some of this is going to lead to the Anthony Weiner's laptop, which will just continue the massive amount of things. So that's what is going on. Again, whether Joe Biden is healthy or not, I don't know. I've seen nothing that indicates that. I have only seen rumors, and there's no actual evidence that could be used on that. However, when it comes to evidence of Joe Biden doing things that a vice president of our country should not be doing, I think we're getting actionable evidence on that now. This tape right here. See, remember, OAN is getting a lot of this stuff. And so they're disseminating it. Not just them, but also if you check with the Gateway Pundit, they've been getting a lot of it too. And Just the News has gotten some as well. So it's getting out there, okay? It's just coming slowly for a reason, I think. And what I think they're trying to do is they're building up to the stuff that needs to really get out, but they need people to see this other stuff first. It's like easing them into reality. And so the lesser crimes are being presented first. And I genuinely don't know what the more horrific crimes are, because there are indications of young girls, very young girls. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen there. If there's worse stuff than that, I don't want to know. But, it's going to start coming out more and more. And I guess the organization that's putting out a lot of this is a group of Chinese dissidents, people that don't like the communist rule of their country, and they want to pretty much overthrow them and return China to the people. So they're trying to get this information out there. And this type of stuff has all been collected by the Chinese government through cell phones. Now you know why, Pompeo and Trump were so big on getting rid of Huawei, because that's how they've been getting some stuff. That and other ways. I mean, remember that Louis Gohmert told us that Hillary Clinton had all of her emails were sent to another foreign country, except for, I think, 4 of them. So, China's been getting dirt on people for a long time, and it's not just Americans. They're getting dirt on everyone. I mean, it's like they want to control the world, and how do you control the world? You get dirt on all the major players, and then you just make them dance like puppets. So I really think that's what's going on. These bribe tapes right here, pretty convicting, and I think that can be used as good evidence. And there's more. There's just more coming out. There's going to be something every day, something new. And so anyway, it's not a great place to be. I don't like getting overwhelmed by all this stuff, because it's just not my cup of tea, folks. I don't enjoy seeing these kinds of things. So I worry that some of it's going to be worse. And this is, ironically, this is what's going to bring our country together right here. The worse it gets, the closer all Americans are going to come to waking up and to seeing what the reality is. A lot of people may hate Trump, but when they find out what these elites have been doing, I genuinely think that it's going to pull everybody together. And so I do think our country's going to come together, because we're all going to see that these people we need justice. We need the rule of law. We need our country to be restored, and to get rid of people who are doing this kind of stuff, to free us from being controlled by countries, powers that are outside of our government. And so we need to be free again. And the only way that's going to happen is if we can get this swamp drained. So we all need to get out and vote. That's a very important thing. That's the most important. Keep looking to OAN probably and the Gateway Pundit, because they're going to have the majority of things. Sounds like Daily Caller's getting some stuff, but what they put out, it's important, but it's not going to be the heart of the issue. And so things are going to get, the information coming out is going to be a lot worse, but we need that. We need to find out what really happened, what really was going on, and not so much us, because we already know. We want to find out. We need others to see it. And I think, again, when this comes out, that this is going to be the key to keeping people from saying, oh, that's a political hit job. Okay? When you start seeing that stuff, yeah, kids need to be protected, for sure. All right, anyway, so that's what I've got for you on this one. I don't have a shout out for tonight. I really wasn't even going to do this until tomorrow, but I felt like I needed to get it out, and I needed to get these things recorded just in case they disappear overnight. So that's what I've got for you on this one. I want to thank you for stopping by, and I'll see y'all later.